Hello everyone, I'm Lisa.
Welcome to Miniature House. I feel much better. Can you take a photo of me?
Okay. First, I took a piece of cardboard and folded it into a corner shape, creating the main walls of the house. I then grabbed a piece of pink plaid paper and cut it to fit the floor. Now, onto the walls. To give it a finished look, I put a shiny diamond trim at the edges.
Let's start. Make furniture.
Okay. To start, I cut out a small rectangle of cardboard, adding a line of glue to the top, then attached a white piece of paper. I added another piece of paper to create a two-section box. Now I got the hot glue gun to attach some little pearl legs. So I set it aside and got to work on creating a sink area. So first, I created a small cardboard base and then made a circle to cut out. With an art knife, I carefully made the cut to create the hole. Then I covered that piece in some blue marble paper and sealed the edges with tape. I grabbed the glue top and glued it into the circle. Then I measured out a white tube piece and cut off the excess, gluing it to the base of the sink. Now to make the faucet, I grabbed some pink clay. I rolled a small ball in my hands and then rolled it out to make a long piece. I bent it to create an arc shape and trimmed off the excess. Then I attached the trim piece to the arc and made a curve in the end with a sculpting tool. I placed that onto the sink, then decided to work on a cute little basket, using a piece of pink foam I had. I cut the foam and used it to create a little box, adding a second divider to make it two sections. For the finishing touch, a little Hello Kitty sticker. Next up is the fun stuff. Using a yellow piece of clay, I created a long piece with a cap on it. I shaped the bottom and made it look like the edges of a toothpaste tube and added a green cap to the end. Perfect! I placed it in the pink box and then created a blue and a pink toothbrush and placed them alongside the toothpaste. I then decided to create another one, this time using a yellow piece of fabric, and I rolled it up and put it into the shelf below the sink. That looks so cute! Oh my kitty, are those teeth okay?
They sound a little scratchy.
Oh my goodness, what is going on in there?
Oh, ew! What is that green stuff?
Ew, that is so slimy. Okay, I've got some mouthwash for this.
Oh, good.
Now, we need to take these little characters out of the slime. Got you. And you too. Now it's time to brush those slimy teeth.
Wow, they're so shiny. Thank you for cleaning the teeth.
I grab a ball of yellow clay and start shaping it with my fingers to form a small, squat pot shape. I'm making it a bit wider at the top than at the bottom. Then I take a small strip of the yellow clay and wrap it around the top edge of the pot, creating a lip. I use my fingers and a sculpting tool to blend this edge and make it nice and even. Next, I'm going to grab some brown clay to put inside the flower pot to simulate soil.
Wow!
Finally, I take a small artificial plant and place it into the soil to make a tiny and adorable flower pot. Next, it's time to get the photo studio ready.
Can you take a photo of me?
Okay. Now, for those special photos, I'll make a cute little frame out of clay. I rolled out a yellow piece and made a square frame around one of the Hello Kitty photos. Then with the help of a sculpting tool, I added a detail to the frame and another. creating a set of 2. Now I need to create a stair, and for that I cut 3 pieces of cardboard, put them together, and cover them in shiny blue paper. Now for some little details, I added another small piece to the shelf and added a line of diamonds for a little bling. And then with glue, I create a place for the steps. To build them, I create pink pieces and added sparkly gems on each edge. To add the door, I cut a doorway from cardboard and cover both sides with decorative paper. Then seal the edges with tape and added it to the staircase. Next, it's time for the bed. Using a flat piece of cardboard, I glued some padding on top. Then I sewed a cover with my favorite pink fabric and placed it over. Then I added a strip of tape with some decorative details to hide the seams. And then put some ruffles along the bottom.
You can use this ribbon. I like it.
The perfect blanket for Kitty. Now it's time for a little pillow. I cut 2 pieces of polka dot fabric and glue them together, stuffing them with padding. And I added a cute bow to the top and it looked good. I made another one and placed them on top of the bed. Now for another bed. Hey Kitty, I got another one.
Where?
Here.
Let's go. Nice and clean. My friend needs help. Oh, I don't feel good. I have a boo-boo on my face.
Oh dear, you have a couple boo-boos. Don't worry, I think I know just what to do. Let's try and fix you up. Look what I've got. It's my beauty case. There's so much in here. We have a hair dryer, a brush, some potions, some jewelry. Let's put everything here so we can get to work. This red spot needs to go away.
Ugh, that doesn't feel good. That's better.
Now let's brush your hair so you look extra pretty. Now some warm air to make you cozy. Now a little bit of face lotion and blush. Here are your pretty eyes. How about a little flower and some pretty beads?
Yes! Oh, thank you. I feel much better.
I grab a small piece of cardboard and cut the corners out. Then I glued a pink decorative piece over the top. Now the legs. I then used a safety pin to make holes in a line of gold pearls. I wrapped the safety pin around a few times so it created a little loop.
Help! Help, Lisa.
Don't worry, it's just golden pearls.
Thank you.
We can use this for legs. I created little stacks of pearls, hot gluing them together. For the sides, I rolled up another pieces of pink foam and glued it to the sides to make the armrest. I added a strand of diamonds to the base. To create a mirror, I make a cardboard shape and then some tiny perfect cat ears.
A big hole. Wait me a minute. Let's use white clay to cover it.
I hot glued them together, then covered it in white clay and added the details. For added detail, I'm placing a red bow on the top. Now I'll cut small black clay stripes to add detail and create a Hello Kitty look. For the mirror part, I added some iridescent foil and then carefully put the face onto the furniture. Now for some details, I add a little face, some makeup, and a small purse to make it more complete. Now it's time for the finishing touch. First, I take a small circle of pink clay and use a small black piece of clay to make the outer edge. Then, I use small pieces of clay in pink, red, yellow, and green to fill the middle of the compact with color. For the compact lid, I roll out a flat piece of pink clay. Press a Hello Kitty charm into the center, and then cut away the excess.
It's so tall. I can't reach on. Let's make a chair.
I grabbed a small piece of cardboard, drew a paw print on it,
I love red polka dot.
and then covered that in my favorite red polka dot fabric. With some fabric, I lined the seat of the stool. I made the 4 little legs by using white clay and a tool. I use a thin rectangle of foam core and fold it to make a U shape and glue it together. I'll grab a small ball of white clay and flatten it into a disc using a clear plastic board. Then, I'll shape it into a rounded paw print shape using a sculpting tool. Next, I take a small piece of pink clay and flatten it out into a heart shape using my fingers, and use a sculpting tool to make a perfect heart. I then press that heart into the center of the paw. Then add a little gold trim around the edges.
I'm so pretty.
Next, a TV stand. To start, I grabbed a flat piece of cardboard and added a border. This pink TV stand is a perfect start to my little television set.
I bring some books. Oops. Thank you.
I'll start with the sofa. I grabbed a piece of cardboard and cut a long rectangle to make the base of the couch. I covered that with a pretty pink fabric that had a line of silver. To add more detail, I added a strand of diamonds to the base of the sofa.
A hat for you.
Next, I decided to make a matching coffee table. And that's all there is to it. I hope you had fun making this amazing dollhouse.
Wow! Today, we will make a house for me. Let's start make the house with this.
I covered the base partly with a pink floor wallpaper and wood pattern flooring. Then, I folded more cardboard to create the walls and covered them with different Hello Kitty themed pink wallpapers.
Here, I have this pink owl piece.
Thank you, Kitty! For the sofa, I started with an L-shaped cardboard frame and wrapped it in a gingham pattern wallpaper. Next, I added some bead-like things as feet using hot glue.
Here's the piece for the sofa bat.
Kitty, are you sure this is the right one?
Oops, wrong piece. This is the one you need.
Thanks, Kitty. That's much better. Then, I cut some pink velvet fabric in the same shape wrapped it around, and glued it to the base. A smaller pink velvet cutout was glued to the back. I also added some blingy chain trim to the top. So, I grabbed this little scrap of red velvety fabric. It was kind of rectangular. I folded the long sides in, so they met right in the middle, kind of like making a paper airplane. A dab of glue right there in the middle to hold it, and then another dab to stick it onto the back of the sofa. Finally, 2 small pink fluffy cushions with Hello Kitty faces and a big red velvet bow completed the cozy sofa. To make the table, I used a circular cardboard piece and covered it with the same gingham wallpaper as the sofa. I glued some fluffy pink pom-pom trim to the edges. Some chain trim on top completed the table. Then I made a mug out of yellow polymer clay. After shaping and adding a handle, I baked the mug and glued a tiny Hello Kitty face sticker. I placed the mug and a small Hello Kitty book on the coffee table. I made a TV frame out of cardboard and covered it with pink and gingham wallpaper. I added 2 small green and red dots as lights, a tiny Hello Kitty face to each corner, and a Hello Kitty sticker to the bottom.
You need this, Lisa.
Wow, a remote! Thank you, Kitty.
Wow!
I made a 2-level counter. The first level was an L-shaped cardboard structure wrapped in turquoise wallpaper. For the other, I made a rectangle hole in the counter, covered it with black glitter paper, and added a thin wire handle. To finish the oven, I made a white door and attached it to the oven frame. The 2 yellow circles on the counter served as the oven buttons, which I decorated with dots using a black pen. While the second level was a similar structure covered in a pink marble-like print. For the faucet, I used a white flexible straw, bent it into an L shape, and added a bead-like thing at the end. Another Hello Kitty bow was added for decoration. I made a small pink dish rack and stacked some small plates with Hello Kitty images on them. Okay, now every kitchen needs a place to put the dishes. This cute little rack is perfect. Okay, 2 plates and now for the last one. Oh, Kitty, did you forget to wash this one? It's got something on it. Well, never fear. I'll just give it a quick scrub. Much better. Using a similar technique to the oven, I created a refrigerator from cardboard. I covered it in blue and glittery pink paper and added some yellow trim. Inside, there were 2 tiny Hello Kitty drinks. A kitty head cake and a pink gâteau. I made the table in a fish shape, covering it with pink and white wallpaper. I added bead trim and a black base. For the chairs, I made paw-shaped bases and padded them with pink fluffy material. I glued a hot pink heart onto the cloud. Super cute! Now for the chair itself, I grabbed some more cardboard and cut out a small square. Then I covered it with pink felt. Nice and soft, you know? I took a piece of gold string and glued it around the edges where the cushion and the base met, like a little golden belt.
I can't fit.
Don't worry, Kitty. I've got a little magic for this.
And teeny. Is there cake?
Of course there's cake. A tiny kitty deserves a tiny cake.
Delicious.
Little white flowers printed on it. For the comforter, pink fluffy fabric and a Hello Kitty themed ribbon were used. I started with a ball of white polymer clay. It's like Play-Doh, but it hardens when you bake it. I rolled it out flat, not too thin, and then I used a cardboard cutout of Hello Kitty's face to cut the clay into the right shape. Once I had my Hello Kitty shaped clay, I added the details. I took little bits of black clay and formed them into the eyes and then glued them on. For her whiskers, I rolled thin strings of black clay and attached those. To make the blush look even softer, I took a paintbrush and gently brushed some pink pastel chalk over the blush lines. Once I was happy with how she looked, I baked the clay head according to the instructions on the package. I grabbed some pink polymer clay and rolled it into a ball. Then I kind of squished and shaped the bottom part to make it look like, well, the bottom of a toilet. The toilet was sculpted from clay with a Hello Kitty face on the cover. I made the tub using a plastic pump bottle. Cutting it and painting it pink. I used the same bead-like thing as the sofa feet for tub feet and glued 3 feet at the bottom. I then added the clay Hello Kitty face to the front. I started with a long piece of cardboard, kind of like a ruler. Then I cut strips of sparkly glitter paper in all the colors of the rainbow. To finish the edges, I glued a fuzzy pink pipe cleaner along both long sides. Hello everyone, I'm Lisa.
Welcome to Miniature House.
Wow! What do you think of my Christmas decoration? I'm thinking of making you a special Christmas house.
A house just for me? That's the best Christmas present ever!
Alright, let's build this adorable Hello Kitty house. Next, I'm covering the cardboard with some cute Hello Kitty pattern paper, sticking it down with glue. Pink is definitely the way to go.
I bring for you some materials.
Let's build Hello Kitty's bed. I'm using some smaller cardboard pieces and glue to form a tiny rectangular frame. I'll add a piece of red fabric for the blanket and a checkered fabric for the pillow. Some ribbon and lace add extra charm. This is so cute. It's going to be the best Hello Kitty bed ever. Time for the nightstand. I'm using more cardboard and pink paper. I'm layering several pieces to create a little height and adding some colorful foam for the drawers. Cute little star knobs add the perfect touch. Next, I'm making a small Hello Kitty lamp. I have a tiny bottle, and after removing the top, I'll paint the cap bright yellow. Once it's dry, I'm adding tiny white and red clay details to finish the Hello Kitty look. Tiny black clay details are added for her eyes and wisp. Add the picture. A smaller square of white paper, featuring a Hello Kitty image, is glued to the center of the green foam square. A small gold string is attached to the top of the frame so it can be hung. Now let's make a mirror. I'm painting a small piece of cardboard pink, and then adding a small reflective surface. A little green pipe cleaner decorated with tiny gems makes a festive wreath. It's perfect! I'm wrapping a little ribbon bow around the top. For the fireplace, I'm cutting and gluing more cardboard to create the shape. Some red brick paper makes it look realistic. Small felt Christmas stockings are hanging on either side, and a little green clay garland with red berries adds a festive touch. Kitty, are you hiding?
Let's fire up with this branch.
Okay, great idea. Some tiny twigs become our fire logs. Moving on to the Christmas tree. I'm cutting out several star-shaped pieces of glittery green foam. I use a small wooden disc as the base and a gold wire as the trunk. Then, I glue the foam layers to create a tree, finishing with a gold star on top and a gold beaded garland with mini bows. So festive!
My present not coming yet. Am I the bad kid?
Ho, 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 ho! Merry Christmas!
Look, Kitty, your present have arrived.
I'm still a good child. Let's place all the boxes under the Christmas tree.
Okay, time to make the kitchen. First, I cut a piece of cardboard into an L shape. I'm gluing pink paper all over it. So cute. Now for the fun part, decorating the cabinet doors. I'm making tiny candy canes and Hello Kitty bows out of clay and sticking them onto the doors. So much detail! Now, I need the countertop. I cut a piece of cardboard to size and covered it with that cool black and white checkered paper. To make the stovetop, I started with a small rectangular piece of cardboard. Some candy clay makes perfect candy decorations.
Oh no!
The cookie is overburned.
Lisa, you can use this cake. I baked.
Thank you, Kitty. Now I'm making a little Hello Kitty-shaped snowman. Using a cardboard cutout, I'll create the shape from white foam and then add the details. Some red and pink clay make for a cute scarf and buttons. Okay, let's add some goodies to the fridge. Then I added a tiny, pretty pink cake to the lower shelf. Hello Kitty's gotta have dessert. Alright, let's make the kitchen hood. Next, I'm using a pipe cleaner to add a festive garland with tiny beads and bells on top of the hood, and finishing it off with a cute little red bow. Time for a little chair. After gluing them together, I added a tiny pink sparkly fabric cushion. To finish it off, I used a Hello Kitty bow cutout I made earlier. Last step, a little table. I'm cutting and assembling another small piece of cardboard in a square shape. I'm painting it green and adding pearl legs to create a small table to place the gingerbread man. And that's it! My Hello Kitty Christmas house is complete.